This is Dimitri Lascaris on March 16th, 2024. I have rented a car at Ben Gurion Airport and have driven down to the northern border of Gaza. I tried to go to the Eretz crossing, but a few kilometers away from the crossing I was stopped by an Israeli checkpoint and not permitted to go further. So I drove a few kilometers down the road and I came to a service station, parked the car, and then I found something called Camel Hill Lookout. It looks like and here it is. I'm about to go to the top and look down upon the death camp that Israel has created below. They apparently thought to create a lookout where people could come and delight in the death and destruction being wreaked upon the captives in this death camp. I've been out here for about 20 minutes thus far, trying to find a way to this lookout point. I finally found one. Walking around, I've heard at least 6 loud explosions in those 20 minutes. So, according to that math, the Israelis are dropping a sizable munition on Gaza every 3 to 4 minutes. And this is the Gaza Strip. Up there is an Israeli, I don't know if that's a military outpost or a settlement, but it's called Nir Am. And there clearly is, on the Gaza side of that military outpost or settlement, whatever it is, some soldiers in a watchtower. So let me go to the top here so that you can get a better view of Gaza. In the distance there you can see the Mediterranean Sea. There are 2 large structures out there. They look like permanent structures, and I was told by a Palestinian that living in the occupied territories that the Israeli military has constructed 2 permanent structures a few kilometers off the coast of Gaza to survey the population. Its use of the territorial waters of Gaza on a regular basis. So if you look down below, you can see, hopefully you can see off in the distance, the security fence, along with sand dunes or mountains of sand on which they've constructed watchtowers. Now, based on the map that I just looked at, the infrastructure that is closest to me on the Gaza side of the fence is Beit Hanun. And if you look here, there's an explanation of the etymology of this lookout point, Camel Hill. And it says that in 1917, during the First World War, Tepe Camel marked this spot on a German map as Camel Hill. And it says that it offers a magnificent view of the southern coastal plain, which unfolds from this lookout, revealing the cities of Ashdod and Ashkelon, Moshev Netiv Hasada, sand dunes of the northern Gaza Strip, Beit Lahia, and Beit Hanun. can now hear a drone overhead. You may be able to see off in the distance there over that hill, there's some black smoke rising. I have no idea what the source of that smoke is. That's the 7th explosion. I don't know if you're able to hear it, but that's the 7th explosion I've heard in the distance in the last 30 minutes or so. That's when I arrived, about 30 minutes ago. Those buildings off in the distance, by the way, that's the city, the Israeli city of Ashkelon. And the Eretz crossing is somewhere over there. And certainly there's no indication, at least from what I can see at this point, that there are any trucks, vehicles passing through the Eretz crossing. I've seen no activity there whatsoever in the area of the Eretz crossing in the 30 minutes or so that I've been out here. You can hear the roar of jet engines overhead. I can't see any aircraft, however. As you can see, it's a cloudy day. They may be above the cloud cover. There's black smoke rising in the distance straight ahead. It may not be visible to you, but I can see two plumes of black smoke to the left of the one here. Further off in the distance, looks like that's near the shore. There's been a huge explosion over there. And I can hear the roar of jet engines. It looks like a very large munition was just dropped by an Israeli aircraft on the southern Gaza Strip, judging from the location of that enormous cloud of smoke. Given the number of desperate, starving civilians who are seeking refuge in that part of the Gaza Strip, it is unimaginable that that did not kill and maim dozens of civilians. An explosion of that magnitude, one that could cause a cloudburst that large. Another explosion. That's about the 9th explosion I've heard since coming out here about 40 minutes ago. There's a drone up there. drone is now, after flying over the northern part of the Gaza Strip, it is now done a U-turn and is heading back towards the southern part of the strip. There's another black plume of smoke rising in the distance in the northern part of the strip, right in the center of the screen. I just heard another explosion, but that one was quite a distance away. You may not have been able to hear it. So that's about the 10th explosion I've heard in 45 minutes or so. Smoke coming from the same location I showed you a moment ago. Looks like something over there is on fire. A drone is coming northward again. southern Gaza Strip. Explosion. It's number 11. Is now turned and heading back south. There's another plume of black smoke rising off in the center of the camera. Again, that seems to be close to the shore. From time to time I can hear something that sounds vaguely like machine gun fire, but not likely to be audible to you because of the wind, but I've heard it several times. It's too far away for me to be sure. Has returned. It's now flying directly overhead, and I can again hear a sound that resembles machine gun fire in the distance, and that was a major explosion I just heard.